Hello and welcome. 你好. This is Yoyo's Chinese learning channel for those who want to learn Chinese characters. Okay, so this is a new video series, and I'm happy here to say that this video series is going to be very interesting. Because as you know, most people would just tell you, hey, Chinese characters are so fucking hard to learn. And I'm here to say, once you know the secret, this won't be too difficult for you, because today we're gonna bring you something regarding the history as well as some basic characters. So from the first lesson, I'm sure after my explanation, you will be very interested to know more about our reading and writing. So this is your first step for those who want to read and write in Chinese. Okay. So first, let me explain you why and how. So the question is, why should we have a language system of writing? So many people would just say, hey, listening and speaking is pretty much enough. So why do we need to read and write? The first reason, most importantly, is that our text can be kept almost forever. So for example, we have books and notes. Suppose one day you die, but your notes and books and the things you wrote can be passed to the next generation, and of course the next after next. And in Chinese, our old time, the first reading or writing could be found in ropes. So Asian people in China, they used ropes to record things. It's not a kind of writing, it's not called drawing either, but they use ropes to help them to memorize something. And later on, our writing and drawing came to people's life. So first, we saw some recording on bones and shells, and for these we call them oracle. Okay, and oracle is a company name, but if you use oracle in Chinese, mostly it means very old Chinese characters on bones and shells of some animals. And for the language which were written or drawn by using the shapes or image of something, we call them hieroglyphs. Okay, or you can just say pictographic. So the language or the writing is based on our drawing. So let me just give you a very good example. So this character in Chinese means the mouth, and from the image you can see it just looks like a mouth which is widely open. All right, and before we begin, let me answer your question. Some students ask me, hey, how many characters should I know to be able to read? Well, to solve your problem, I would like to say it depends on how much you want to read and understand. Suppose if you know 600 characters, then you should be able to read more than 80% of the daily materials. It's already quite a lot. And if you know 1,000, then you should be able to read about 90% of the daily materials. And if you want to be able to read almost 100%, let's say 99%, you only need to know 2,400 characters. Those are very, very basic and frequently used. And apart from these, I would like to remind you, reading doesn't mean understanding, because apart from producing the sound correctly, in every language, you need to know the meaning of each character or words. And of course, you need to learn grammars and sentence structures. And sometimes the sentence or phrase meaning can also be changed according to the speaker's intention. And later on in our Chinese, you will see that we don't have space between the sentences, but sometimes the sentence pausing can also affect your expression or meanings. Okay, but anyway, as I said, if you want to be able to read and write, then the first step is to know some characters. Okay, so what can you learn from this video series? First is we will let you know how different characters are created. So many people would just say, hey, Chinese characters look just like pictures. Yes, and this is one of the ways of how they were created. And later on, we're going to show you all the creating methods. So we will let you know the history, background, as well as some creating methods, and to help you to understand how they're created. And second one is we're going to split different characters into groups according to the creating methods. So this is for both easier understanding and, of course, easier memory. And in the video series, we'll provide you more than 300 characters to learn. And of course, we'll provide you some methods or very easy ways for you to guess what new characters means. And this is going to be covered in our later lessons. So what potential meanings a new characters might have? This is the task you're gonna get rid of. And of course, as you know, Chinese we have simplified and the traditional ones. So we will learn both. And traditional Chinese characters are mainly used in Macau, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, while simplified Chinese characters would be found in China mainland, Singapore, Malaysia, and other regions. Okay, and the last part of this video series is covering our reading and writing. So we'll introduce you some useful tools and website, of course some apps, so you can learn reading and writing better and faster. Okay, so let's officially begin. And the first part is I'm going to let you know the groups and types of our Chinese characters. First is pictures, or you can say drawings. In fact, it has its own meaning. I'm going to show you later. So the first way to create Chinese characters is Asian Chinese people used drawings or pictures, images to record things. And second one is to use some symbols. So symbols are known as abstract drawings. So it's not an image of the whole picture. It doesn't have much details. Mostly it's symbols or signs like our logos. So it's like drawings, very similar, but it's easier than drawings. And the third group is combination. So we have pictures, we have symbols, and of course we might have other strokes, and we combine them together to make new things. Okay, usually we put two or more strokes together for new meanings. For example, later on in our lesson 3, you will see if we put sun and moon together, it means bright. And the fourth part is the most important one, is the meaning and the sound. Usually for these kind of characters we have two parts. One of the parts is expressing its potential meaning, and the rest of the part is used to produce the sound. Okay, and altogether there were 6 groups, but the other 2 groups are optional because these are not our main creating methods, and you won't be able to see many characters created from these 2 groups. And well, let me just let you know what they are now. First is partial creating. Partially creating is for example, we have 2 characters. They have similar meaning, so they borrow each other's strokes. So for example, the first word means old and experienced, and second means test for examination. But in our Asian Chinese language, these 2 have very similar meanings. So they borrow each other's strokes. You will see that from the upper part. They're very similar, but if you see this part underneath, they're different. And the last group, personally, I call them fake group. So they're borrowed characters. For example, we don't have a character for a certain meaning, but we use the existing characters for the new meaning. So actually, it's not a way to create new characters, but we use the existing characters. Okay, so the first group is picture characters. These could be found on drawings on of the bones or shells from some animals. And till now, the characters that we can recognize could be found around 300 characters. We're not going to cover them all, but most of them. And picture characters, they were created by drawing either the whole image or partial image, or maybe the image and its related things. Let me just show you 3 pictures of that. The first one is it draws the image of the whole animal, and the meaning is horse. So from the first picture, you should be able to know it is drawn by using the whole image. And the second one is because our modern Chinese characters tend to be easier and have fewer strokes. So eventually, our pictures changed from picture into square, and at the same time we will just make the drawing looks like a character. So not too many curves, but some straight lines. Okay, this is an example of the whole image drawing. And second is the partial image. This character in Chinese means sheep, okay, but it only drew the the horn of the sheep. It's not the whole image, so it's the opposite. And last one is image and its related things. So this means fruit in Chinese, but apart from the fruit, it also drew the tree, like an apple tree, okay? So in our early time, characters or picture characters, you can say, vary a lot. So for example here, all of these mean the same, means vehicles. I know these drawings are very bad, but don't blame them. I'm sure if you're put back to the old time, you lose all your inspiration because of starvation every day. Because it's just drawings, so it's not like our writing in the language, because writing in the language is very, very standard. Like for example, we have letter S, so you have to write in this way. If you don't write in this way, then people won't be able to recognize you. But when it comes to images and drawings, well, as long as you can reflect the features, then it's already a complete drawing. That's why it varied a lot. Okay, so drawings have different versions, and of course they have different features, and the drawing can also be changed according to the drawer's intentions. But here is our task time. No matter what kind of drawing we're having, now I'm gonna give you 3 pieces of slides. The first slides are pictures, colorful pictures, and the second slides are our oracle, or you can say it's our Asian old characters, and the third slide is our modern Chinese characters. So see if you can match the correct picture with the correct old characters, and with our correct modern Chinese characters. Now, I will give you around 5 minutes to complete, and later on I'm gonna let you know the correct answer. Okay, so for every slide, you'd better take a screenshot while watching this video, and later on I'm gonna start my timer around 5 minutes, and 5 minutes later, let's see the answer. Now let's begin. See if you got all of them correct. First one is the sun, and our old character is a square with a line in the middle, and correct modern Chinese character is this, the sun. Second one, the moon. In fact, these two are pretty easy, okay? And third one is a bit more difficult compared to the sun. And the third one is the fire. Okay, our old Chinese character looks just like a crown. Okay, and the correct modern Chinese character is this. Later on, it's water. This is a picture in our old time character and then modern. Okay, continue, and this means a piece of land or a very small island in the river or on the lake. Continue. This is for a mountain, okay? And this is for stone. I know it's a bit tricky for the middle, but it's written in this way in our old time. And later on, we have this picture and this for wood. And the next one is field. This one is very easy because they just look the same. And the next one is for plants on farms. And we also have bamboo for this. Okay, a few more. This picture matches with these two, and it's for either money or shell. And these two, for that is soil. Okay. And now this picture matches this and that. It's for melon. And this matches these two, means fruit. And a man under the sky is for the sky. Okay, last slide. This one is for the rain, pretty easy. And this picture is for cloud. This picture is for lightning or thunder. And the last one is smoke or fog. I know you might have some mistakes, but we're gonna see all of these through together with me, as well as the pronunciation, okay? So about the simplified and traditional characters, here I'm gonna let you know. Just now you see some pictures with more than one characters matching. It was just because the first one is the traditional character and the second one is the simplified ones. So traditional comes first because it's our original version, but simplified Chinese because it's simplified, so of course it's easier to read and write, and of course it's easier to remember. And in China mainland, for easier writing and memorization, characters were almost simplified many years ago. But you have to know the simplified Chinese characters do have a lot in common with the traditional Chinese characters. Around half of them are the same. Okay, so once you know either traditional or simplified ones, you should be able to read the other one very easily. And personally, I prefer using traditional Chinese characters because it's the original version. And if it's simplified, then it lost its original image and meaning. So it's not that beautiful. But of course, it has pros and cons. So later on, we're going to discuss in our later lessons. Alright, so before we move on, let's review all the characters we had just now. First is the picture, second is our original version, and the third one is either traditional or simplified modern Chinese characters. Number one is the sun. 日 日 Second one, our moon. 月 月 Fire 火 火 Continue 水 水 And for the island or piece of land in the middle of the water, 洲 洲 Continue. Mountain. 山 山 Stones. 石 石 Wood. 木 木 Field. 田 田 Plants on farm. 河 河 Bamboo. 竹 竹 Shell. 背 背 Soil. 土土 And for melon, 瓜瓜 Fruit or fruit tree, 果果 Sky. 天天 Last slide. Rain. 雨雨 Cloud. 云云 电电 for thunder or lightning. Last one for smoke and fog. 气气 Alright, so after characters regarding the nature, let's see something regarding our human and the body. Alright, so the first thing you should learn, of course, is our human being, a person or people. So this is the picture, and our old version is this. It just looks like a man is bending over, but now we have this character, 人, for person or people. So left and right just look like a man who is walking. Second one is mouth. 口 口 So it just look like a mouth which is widely open. And the third one is heart. This is our real heart. And our old version is, it's like a heart shape, and in the middle we have these two. It just looks like our blood, okay? And it's produced as 心 心 Next one is our eyes. So the old version is just like the drawing, but our modern Chinese characters, we turn it from right to the left, and it's produced as 目 目 After eyes, let's see the eyebrow, okay? This is the drawing, and you know, the old version, underneath is our eye, and above are two eyebrows and with a line. Don't know what that is. Maybe it's the cleavage between the nose and the eyes. And the character is produced as 眉 眉 Okay, now let's see the ear. Ears are very difficult to draw, and ear, just like our faces, everyone's ear varies a lot. So it's drawn in this way. And for modern Chinese characters, we have 耳 耳 Next one, very ugly. It's a man's face, and old version is two circles, maybe for the outline, and the two lines above, I guess it's for those are for the eyes, and the middle two lines are for nose and our mouth, and face is 面面 apart from the face, mian can also express the meaning of noodles. These are the same. They sound the same and they are written in the same way. Okay, next one is teeth. So upper and lower part, just like our lips, and in the middle we have some teeth, but it didn't draw the teeth because it wants to be a bit simpler. Okay, ya, ya. And next one is very similar, so it's our teeth too, but it's produced in a different way. Chi, chi. So if you want to say tooth or teeth, so which one should we use? In fact, in our modern Chinese, if you speak Mandarin in China, we will say 牙齿, 牙齿. Some students might ask, hey, either one of them already have the full meaning, so why should we use two characters together? Well, it was because from Chinese old version to our modern version, we tend to use two characters when it comes to our daily words. So before, maybe 牙 is enough or 齿 is enough, but in our modern Chinese we tend to use two characters, especially for adjectives and nouns. Continue. Alright, so we have mouth, we have teeth, and now we have tongues. Well, personally, I don't think the old version expressed the tongue enough because it's too abstract. In modern Chinese, it's written in this way. 舌 舌. While on hands, okay, the drawing is bad. It doesn't look like a hand, it looks like a plane. So in the middle, it's like our wrist, and here we have 4 fingers and one in the middle, like that. Okay, 手 手. And similarly, we have another picture for the hand, but the old version is different. So it's just like a hand seen from our side way. But what does it mean? It's produced as 右 右. So these two do not mean the same. The first one means the hand, and the second one means another person is putting the hand to a certain place again. So the second character 右 means again. Okay, the feet is written like this, and model version 足 足. Okay, 继续 continue. The side body, the old version is this, and the new version 身 身, the body or the shape. Here we have a woman, 2 legs, running or walking very fast, and but in our old time, the character express there is a lady and sitting down, because in our Asian time, you know, women do not have enough right to make their voice be heard, so they're always bending over, and they are always, you know, on the floor, so to let their husband or their boyfriend know that they're very faithful. So the image here you will see, it's just like a woman who is bending over, but our modern Chinese character is written in this way. 女 女. Okay, apart from women, we have men. Okay, our old version is this, so it's just like a man standing there and with a hat on his head. And this character 夫 夫 means husband. And here is a mom feeding a baby, and you will see that the second and the fourth, the original version looks very similar with each other, but the second one you will see it has 2 dots. Those are for boobies. Okay, I'm not kidding. It's really those are really for boobies, because 母 母, this character means mom. Okay, so how about the kid? original version is a square or a circle, and with the body and two hands. So this is 子. 子 can be kid or the sound. Okay, so these I know might be a difficult task for you to remember them all, but as I've said, if you know the secrets, it won't be too hard. So first is to imagine what the image look like. Second one is to see our original version. That's the second line, and the third line is our modern Chinese character. Okay, so that's all for my sharing today, and today is the beginning. So remember, today we learned something regarding the history as well as the picture creating method for our Chinese characters, and next time we will bring more characters to you, and of course some other method for you to understand and memorize. 好的，那么今天我就分享这些。That's all for my sharing today. 感谢您的观看。Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to see the full version of the video series, you can check the link here below. Okay, this is Yo speaking, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Goodbye.